All right, what we have here is the DJI Neo for $200 from $199 right here in the DJI Mini 4 Pro. This is the best tracking drone out there because it is agile. It's got all the obstacle avoidance and whatnot. $1,000 though with the controller, with the remote. But I'm going to tell you in this video why this 199 device is a better tracking drone than this or the Mavics or any of those other drones. Kind of a bold statement, huh? How could this little cheap thing be a better tracking drone than this guy right here? And there's a lot of reasons for it, but in this video, I'm just going to focus on the performance. The performance was about equal, about last week, and that was saying a lot because it's a 200 and this is 1,000. But with the latest firmware update, boom, it just happened. This is superior to this in performance, and let me show you why.
All right, here we go. The first test we are gonna do is the speed test because this is what's new in the update. So right there, no obstacle avoidance, but it just dodges that tree pretty nicely because it's following the bike and the bike dodges the trees. So right here, I am going exactly 20 miles an hour. 20 miles an hour with an electric bike, and the drone has no problem keeping up. It's not lagging. So pretty darn amazing. It used to be about 13 miles an hour. Mini 4 Pro as well is about 14, 15 miles an hour. So right here, I'm doing a little pattern spin around me, and notice that the spinning around is close to you, very close to you. It's very low, and that's a lot better than the bigger drones, more expensive drones. Those don't want to stay close to you because they're afraid of hitting you. And then right here, I have it on follow me mode. Okay, and there's a lot of elevation changes here. The drone is flying very low. It's about the height of the saddle. So there's 3 heights that you can set it at. Low, medium, high. It's on medium. And there's 3 distances that you can set this at. And I believe the distance is medium right now. On the Mini 4 Pro or the Mavic or Air, it only follows on one distance and height. And that's because it's afraid of hitting you. So right here, we're climbing, and you're really below the head of the rider. So you can see the bike, you can see the rider. It's almost like a GoPro, like a first-person view, as if the guy behind you, a rider, has a follow me cam. So you could conceivably say, hey, can have a videographer with you. These shots with the Mini 4 Pro just do not look the same. You look very small. And right here, we are descending. I'm going to speed it up because it's a little bit boring, but you could see that it goes through tight, really tight stuff. The rider's getting hit by bushes, but the drone is able to survive it. Now we're in a residential street, and it's fine. The drone is small enough that it's not attracting a lot of attention. It is a little bit loud with a high pitch sound, I'll give you that, but lots of confidence on this one. One thing I failed to mention as well is there's no remote needed. A big problem with the big drones is you have a remote. Where are you going to put it? On your handlebar? If you put it on a bag, you have to remove the sticks, otherwise they get touched. Okay, now I go back to normal speed because it's a very technical descent. No drone has ever been able to follow me here because it's steep, tight, and is full of switchbacks. Right there, it negotiated that U-turn, which is kind of a miracle. It does seem like it follows your track. It doesn't take shortcuts. And right there, and that was interesting behavior because instead of just punching through following the rider, it seemed to stop as if it saw these obstacles that he was going to hit a bunch of grass. And here is a very, very important detail of this drone. To get it back, all I had to do was show up in front of the camera and it said, okay, I see you now. On the Mini 4 Pro and all the other tracking drones, you have to stop, land, or reprogram. Not quite land, but you have to reprogram get the controller out, a whole 2-minute routine before you can get going again. But here you just show up, it picks you up, and we're good. And now right here, very tight switchbacks, or not quite switchbacks, but windy turns. and the thing is following so low. You can see the bike. You can see the details of the bike. That tree, it didn't hit. It is it's got some good programming to try and track you because it knew that you avoid obstacles. So in a sense, that's its cheap obstacle avoidance. It really follows your track. The other obstacle avoidance that it has is it just doesn't care. It can hit something and it's gonna be fine. And right here, there's a true switchback, and it is a miracle. It is dark, it's almost sunset, but it's able to keep track of me. Now, I do have a taillight. I'm not sure if that taillight is helping. They do say that, hey, it's good to have bright colored lights when you're tracking. It helps the drone out. But right there. So it's cheap, it's handy, it fit in my bag, no need for a controller, and it did the job. The only thing this drone can't do is follow me from the side. So, to get those circling shots and cinematic shots, it's very difficult because there's no obstacle avoidance. I just cannot do that. Mind you, the Mini 4 Pro, on this trail that I did, there's no way it can follow me from the side. It's just too tight. And here, it can follow you from the front. This is called direction track. And you do know how to control it. I do know how to control it. And it's a useful tool. I can be talking to the camera with a DJI mic and really share the experience with you guys. So, let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with my analysis of the tracking with this latest firmware. Thank you.